Have you ever gone stargazing?
Oh, I have. On my college campus, there was a part of campus that is affectionately called the tripping fields because, boy, were there a lot of hippies there historically.
That kind of tripping. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I went to college in a hippie town. But it was like kind of removed from campus and it was a big open field and there was not a lot of light pollution on the ground there. So I remember one night, but I think people did it all the time. But one night me and my friends went and just laid out there and looked at the stars for a while and it was very nice.
Did you find anything in the sky?
We did. You could just see the Pleiades, which are difficult to see because they're not always super bright. It's weird because it was like if you looked directly at them, you couldn't see them very well. But I felt like if you were looking the other way and just sort of like saw it out of the side of your eye, it was easier to see them.
So you've got a strat for seeing them. Is this a secret strat?
I don't know if it's recognized, but that was, I felt like I could see them better when I was like glancing.
Are they just shy?
I guess so.
Don't look directly at me.
The coquettish sister nymphs.
Coquettish. You know what? I'm gonna add something that I took out of the episode based on what you just said, Emily. So
I've unlocked, you guys, I clicked the right dialogue options and I unlocked a secret cutscene that we weren't going to get. You're welcome, everyone.
Welcome to Butter No Parsnips. Every week on Butter No Parsnips, your hosts Kyle Imperator and Emily Moyers take you on an adventure through the weird, wacky, wonderful, and sometimes even wicked world of one wayside word. Strange characters, delightful bits, and general joyousness abound. Join them as they test each other's etymological expertise.
Hey everybody, welcome to Butter No Parsnips. I'm Emily Moyers.
And I'm Kyle Imperator, and today, Emily, I've got a word for you to gaze at. How's about that?
We're doing word gazing today?
We're doing word gazing today.
Okay.
Word gazing sounds like something the New York Times would come up with. Have you been word gazing lately?
Well, I want a word gaze, Kyle. What you got?
Emily, today, the word that I have for you to gaze at is Gegenschein. Gegenschein. Gegenschein.
Gegenschein, the most German word we've done on this podcast.
Most German. That is analytically the most German word we've done. There's data to back that up.
Wow. So is this literally like a borrowed German word?
It is borrowed directly from German. You got it, Emily.
Must be. But like it's used in English?
It's used in English, yep.
Okay. So listen, English is a Germanic language. I should be able to figure this out.
You should. Yes, absolutely. You can. You can.
I can? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can get half of it at least.
The shine looks familiar.
Okay.
Kyle reacted like that wasn't the half that I needed.
No, that is.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, yes, it should.
Is it literally just shine? Is that just the German spelling of shine?
You got it, Emily.
Okay.
It means shine.
Okay, great.
You're halfway there. Yeah, you gotta get the Gegen.
Boy, does it look or sound similar to its English equivalent, or?
Yes.
Okay. The time that Kyle made noises, I'm like putting that through a mathematical equation into the percentage similar it actually is.
Episode. I mean, yes, the word that it's probably like closest cognate to in English is probably less familiar of a word than synonyms that it might be.
Well, let me also think that you asked about stargazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is this literally the shine of stars? Is this the light that stars give off?
I'm sorry, Starshine. No, it is not. It is not that. It is not that. But you're in the right direction.
Okay. Can I have a hint, please, Kyle?
Yes, Emily. Your hint is aurora.
Aurora, which is like lights in the sky, not from any celestial body. Well, in a roundabout way it is, but not directly.
Yes.
Is Gegenschein Wow.
It's not directly related to aurora. Take aurora as a vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing?
It's a thing.
Is it a tangible thing or a concept?
It is both, certainly. Tangibles, maybe not exactly
but
tangible.
It's a physical thing.
Yes, it exists.
Is it pluralizable?
You can. You wouldn't, but you can.
That's what I figured. So
give us
knowing
one
it doesn't
good
really
guess,
help
Emily.
Yeah. Gegenschein is just lights in the sky in general.
I mean,
you can tell me no.
It is a light in the sky,
but not generically.
Just does not generically mean lights in the sky. But you're certainly on the right direction, Emily.
I give up.
Emily, in astronomy, the Gegenschein is a faint spot of light in the night sky that appears directly opposite the position of the sun.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It is weird. We're going to talk about it today.
I cannot wait to hear, because that's crazy.
Emily, let's start with the etymology of Gegenschein.
Okay.
We'll talk about the word a little bit. So the word, you guessed it correctly, is a direct borrowing from the German Gegenschein.
Yeah, everything from the SCHEI, like that's all can be no one else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gegenschein literally means countershine. So we'll talk about both of those parts, but I want to start with the root noun, the shine.
Sure.
In German, it means, amongst other things, shine, gleam, or flash. It comes from the Old High German shine, spelled S-C-I-N, and the Proto-West Germanic noun skyn, S-K-I-N, from the Proto-Germanic verb skynana, meaning to shine or to appear, and the Proto-Indo-European root skehi, meaning to shine or shimmer. Emily, can you think of any words that might possibly be related to this root?
I mean, I feel like probably most of the words that you just said. Shine and shimmer. I was thinking when you said sky, and I was wondering if sky was related.
That's a great question, Emily. Sky is not related. It comes from a different Proto-Indo-European root. But you were correct to say that shine and shimmer are related. Shine is definitely related. Shimmer is probably related. We don't exactly know. But also, possibly the fancier scintillating, meaning figuratively, impressively clever or witty, but literally sparkling. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun. And that's why there's a skin and scintillating.
Scintillating.
Yeah. There are some stranger connections here as well, which include, I didn't think you'd get any of these, which is why I'm kind of barreling through them.
Go for it.
Include tinsel, which is a shiny gold or silver cloth, and by extension, anything shiny or gaudy is tinsel. And stencil through the Middle English verb stancel, meaning to ornament with bright colors.
Oh, that's what stencil means?
That's what, yes. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. And now it's just something you trace.
Like a tin type trace, yeah. I guess because they used to use that for the decoration.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Interesting that in both of those words, the T got in there.
The T got in there. Yeah. I mean, again, the connection is maybe not for certain with those words. I think at least one of them might have like other options, but the fact that we're considering it means that there's got to be something in there.
Some link, yeah.
Some link. The counterpart of this countershine, Emily.
The Gegen.
The Gegen comes, it was a German preposition, Gegen, comes from the Proto-Germanic preposition gagin, meaning towards, in the direction of, or against, which is funny that it means both towards and against, which are kind of like opposites, right?
But I guess that is, like, if you're going towards, you're going in the opposite direction as it, so you're going against.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Emily.
Hey.
Emily's. Now I know more about this episode thanks to Emily.
I keep unlocking more options.
Yeah, keep unlocking. So that Proto-Germanic preposition is tentatively linked to the Proto-Indo-European root geheng, meaning to walk or to step.
Okay.
Which
sure.
makes sense based on what you were saying. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
No. But so the use of gegen as a prefix has a cognate in the English prefix gain, as in words like gainsay.
Gainsay, I was just about to say.
To say against or in opposition to.
Wow. I have never known why it was gainsay, but now I know.
But yeah, so Emily, I want to talk about the Gegenschein today.
Yeah.
Give me your background on stars, Emily, on the cosmos.
Probably not a ton. I mean, I certainly I feel like everybody that came up in the 2010s had an astronomy obsession. You know, galaxies were very in. We were all starry-eyed, you know?
Yeah, starry. And Neil deGrasse Tyson really did a number for our generation.
It's true.
Millennials
we all
are
grew
just
up
destroyed.
It's true.
Yeah. So the Gegenschein, also called the counterglow, which is kind of more like a calque of the German,
sure,
appears as a faint spot in the night sky, exactly opposite the sun, which is called the anti-solar point, obviously, right?
Sure.
The point opposite the sun. And it is only rarely visible by human eyes. It's very, very difficult to see. It's sought after, highly sought after by stargazers.
I mean, I'll tell you what's immediately hanging me up is that if it's directly opposite the sun, then the Earth is in the way. So how's any light?
That's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. And we're going to get to that, and you're going to see why.
I'm excited to find out the science here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that is like, hey, if there's the big thing in the way,
there's the whole Earth. So
it's like the mirrors when people are like looking in a mirror. How can the mirror see that if I got a piece of paper there? It's not like that, but
okay.
So German-American science writer Willy Ley walks through this difficulty in catching and in viewing the Gegenschein in a 1961 magazine column entitled The Puzzle Called Gegenschein, writing, "Pick a really clear night, but not in June or July or in December or in January. If there is a moon in the sky, it should be a sickle only. If the moon is full or nearly full, you can give up before you start it. Now, try to figure out where the sun is at the moment. Then look at the spot in the sky precisely opposite to the position of the sun. If, in addition to everything else, your night vision is good, you'll see a patch of light, very faint. That is the Gegenschein."
Crazy.
Yeah.
How can you know where the sun is if it's where you're not?
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, you got to be like some sort of astronomer, a physicist, I don't
Clairvoyant.
know. Clairvoyant.
No, Kyle, there's no way to science this out. It must be divined.
Yeah. I think I've got a rooster that can tell me.
That's the only way to know.
Yeah. So a moderately fraught historical record points to Danish astronomer Theodor Brorsen as the first to witness the phenomenon in 1854. It's a lot of finger pointing for us to get to that point, and we didn't really settle on it until very recently. But Brorsen erroneously thought he was seeing the Earth's tail in the way that a comet tail also points away from the sun.
Sure.
We do know that comets have tails that point away from the sun, and some planets do. It's like some moons do. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I looked it up. The Earth does not have a tail, so it's not that.
But I could see how somebody got there.
Yeah, right. We can be kind.
We can be kind to the past. It was the past.
Surprisingly, Emily, the scientific community didn't settle on a solid explanation for the Gegenschein until the 1960s. The explanation that we agree on had been around for a while, but along with a bunch of others.
Sure.
What we think is true is that what we're seeing is sunlight being scattered off of cosmic dust.
It always comes down to cosmic dust.
Every
time there's something weird, it's like, well, you got to remember there's a bunch of stuff up there.
I think cosmic dust was going on in the tripping fields, if I'm
Yes.
if I'm correct.
You got it, yeah.
Seen a lot of stars out there. See, I don't know if you know this, and I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but there is a giant pancake-shaped cloud of dust called the interplanetary dust cloud that surrounds our solar system.
It surrounds our solar system, but it's pancake-shaped?
It like is a dust cloud, so it also we're embedded in.
Oh,
the
sure. We're
Yeah.
in the pancake. Got it.
Yeah.
We're the blueberries in the pancake.
We're the blueberries in the pancake. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Let me make that more fun. We're the chocolate chips in the pancake.
Thank you so much. Let me make that more fun. We're the raisins in the pancake. Oh.
Such true horror.
The cloud is also called the zodiacal cloud because it straddles.
I would love to see Andrew Lloyd Webber's zodiacal clouds.
Well, one of the cats in that musical is called Gegenschein, so
He's the only one that's not a jellicle cat. He's a zodiacal cat.
he's a zodiacal cat. It's called the zodiacal cloud because it straddles what's called the ecliptic, which is the plane on which the Earth travels around the sun, and which also happens to form the center of the astrological zodiac.
Sure. So like the Earth's orbit, that the disk that orbit creates.
Exactly. It's like kind of right above that disk. So it seems like to be on the same trajectory.
Sure.
Sunlight scatters, like it goes past the Earth, right? And scatters off of this cloud, reflects back to the Earth, and appears to us at night as a band of light around the Earth called the zodiacal band. So since this cloud is all around us, the light goes all the way around the Earth. Faintly.
Right.
The band, right? The band of light around the Earth is visibly brighter in two places. One is at the anti-solar point, which produces the Gegenschein, and the other is a much brighter cone or pyramid around the sun called the zodiacal light.
Okay. And is that just the cone of sunlight hitting us every day, or is that like a smaller area within that?
It's like a cone surrounding the sun that you can only see at a certain point in the day because of it reflecting through the cloud, through the dust. It kind of refracts in this like triangle shape.
And is that perceivable by the naked? Like, can you see
much
like
more than the Gegenschein?
Like it's visibly brighter than just regular daylight?
It's not at day. You don't see it during the day.
Wait, I'm confused.
Emily, I'm going to tell you more about it. I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
Churchman and astrologer Joshua Childrey might have been the first to write about zodiacal light, noting in 1661, "About 6 in the evening, when the twilight hath almost deserted the horizon, you shall see a plainly discernible way of the twilight striking up toward the Pleiades, or 7 stars, and seeming almost to touch them."
The Pleiades?
Yeah.
Was this what I unlocked?
Yes. Yeah. Congrats, Em. Is your bonus.
Secret content. Okay. Just as the sun is disappearing, you see this cone.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's kind of darker in the sky. Twilight time.
How brief is it? Is it like a flash or?
I don't think it's like a flash.
Okay.
I think it lasts longer, but I don't know. Not much has been written about the zodiacal light. Not a whole ton.
Okay.
Emily, because of the way the zodiacal light appears around the sun just before twilight, it's sometimes known also as the false dawn or the false dusk. This false dawn is referenced in the Hadith, which is the recorded sayings of the Islamic prophet Muhammad, as something that could mess with one's timing of the 5 daily prayers.
Oh.
So one of the various translations reads, "Let not the call of Bilal mislead you, nor the vertical streaks of whiteness indicating the false dawn, until they, the streaks of light, become horizontal and spread like that."
That's a fun context for this to appear in. Because before there's clocks, you can only tell what time of day it is by what's the sun doing.
By the sun. And like they had to be like, all right, this is going to happen. Do not pray then. Wait for it. And they even say like the light's going to go horizontal and be red. That's when the sun goes down.
That's when you know. Yeah.
The term false dawn is then translated into 19th century British colonial writings, of course, because that's where it traveled through.
Sure.
As in Rudyard Kipling's 1888 short story entitled False Dawn, describing how the moon was low down and there was just the glimmer of false dawn that comes about an hour before the real one on the east.
Wow. So this is a thing that happened both at twilight and at the end of the night?
Yes. Yeah.
Like sunset and sunrise, there would be this cone?
Yes.
Gotcha. It's just when it's crossing the horizon.
And you can only see it if you're located near the equator, and if it's a certain time of the year, and if the moon
not
is right.
June or July, not December. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crazy.
Eventually, Emily, false dawn took on a figurative sense to mean something engendering premature hope, or a promising sign which in fact leads to nothing, as when a 2024 article described failures to overhaul Britain's railways, saying, after decades of false dawns, the impending creation of Great British Railways offers a new opportunity.
That's a good phrase to use for that kind of a thing. False dawn. I like that.
Not everything about the false dawn is good. This giant, unusual light has also naturally instilled fear in some, especially if you don't know what it is.
Like a godly flash, a godly wrath flash.
Godly wrath. Emily, exactly that.
Yeah.
Following the fall of the Aztec Empire to Spanish invaders in 1521, local rumors mention an omen of evil appearing in the heavens leading up to Moctezuma's defeat, which was variously described as a tongue of fire or drawn as a blazing comet, and some have postulated this as having been an unusually luminous zodiacal light.
Wow. So they thought it was the harbinger of the European end times.
Yeah. Although I will say that scholars follow up with this and be like, we don't think they actually thought that. We think they were just saying this was a sign that something bad was going to happen.
It was more of a
not that it was
hindsight
actually
thing.
Yeah. Others, Emily, have come to differing conclusions about what the false dawn is, what the Gegenschein is,
Are the Gegenschein and the false dawn seen as the same thing or just two different?
Well, remember, they're both a part of the zodiacal band, right?
Okay,
the band of light that
They're
comes
just
out,
different points in the sky.
Different points in the band, yeah. Emily, does the name Charles Fort ring a bell?
Yes. We just learned about Charles Fort from our Blemmies episode.
What did Gary Redden, our gracious guest, tell us about Charles Fort? Do you remember?
I think that he was a sort of a kook.
Sort of a kook is the best way to put it, Emily. Primo. So yes, episode 163, Blemmies. We were introduced to American writer and researcher of anomalous phenomena, Charles Fort. And Emily, can you believe it that Fort saw the Gegenschein as a crucial part of his own belief system?
Wow. Was Fort just centered on monsters or just anything weird?
Just anything weird. In his 1932 book, Wild Talents, I honestly I have no idea why it's called that. I did not, now that I'm reading it, it's kind of a crazy name for a book about phenomena,
Because it doesn't feel like talent enters anywhere into this. Certainly not on the part of the author.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so good for having seen the Gegenschein.
I'm so talented.
So in his book, Fort proposes that the solar system is surrounded by a hard, spheroidal shell with the so-called stars actually holes in the shell, revealing a light from the other side.
He thinks it's a shell with holes poked in it?
He thinks there's a shell, right?
Like
Big
around
dome.
the sky, around the earth?
Yeah. I don't know, I guess like a mirror, or maybe a black shell, and that's what the sky is. And it turns blue during day. I don't know. And then you only see the lights because it's really just a giant bright light behind the shell. And there's like holes in the shell.
Yeah, it's like one of those pinhole. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a light bright.
Wow.
The giant light bright in the sky.
Light bright in the sky. Thanks, Charles. So to Fort, and then this is his words, to Fort, The Gegenschein is an indication that there is such a shell around our existence. Writing, the Gegenschein is a round patch of light in the sky. It seems to be reflected from sunlight at night because it keeps position about opposite the sun's. All fair, right?
Yeah.
And then he says, the crux, reflected from sunlight, but reflecting from what? Doodle diddle doodle diddle doo 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 doodle diddle doodle diddle.
As that theme is going, it's just the Light Bright logo zooming in and out.
One may never know. So, Emily, are you familiar with... does this sound familiar to you, this
No,
concept?
this sounds crazy to me as a
Really?
concept.
Interesting.
Should it sound familiar?
Well, Emily, Fort wasn't the first to suggest this concept.
To suggest a giant light bright?
Not the giant light
Oh,
bright,
okay.
but the idea of there being a shell around the universe or around the solar system.
Sure. I guess
Before
that
we really
makes
knew
sense.
what the sky was, right?
Yeah. I mean, there sort of is because it's the atmosphere, but it's
Right.
around the planet, not the universe.
Yeah. So the idea of a fixed firmament or celestial barrier can be found in many ancient cosmologies and was later adopted into the classical and medieval scientific models of the celestial spheres, from which Christianity ended up getting kind of became their concept of heaven for a while. But this concept of celestial spheres was first introduced by the ancient Greek philosopher Anaximander and his pupil Anaximenes, who believed the stars are fixed like nailheads in the crystalline vault. So I thought it was literally like a crystal shell around the Earth.
That's what it
with
nailed stars into.
kinda just light brighted in, Now I feel like we might be onto something. In 1977, philosopher Peter J. Bicknell claimed that Anaximenes anticipated Charles Fort and suggested the possibility that the philosopher observed the Gegenschein himself. He too attributed the counterglow to the sun's reflection on a solid shell that surrounds the solar system.
Sure. I mean, it's the same principle. It's just not a solid shell, but a bunch of tiny particles of dust.
Yeah.
Like, it is reflecting off something. It's just not a wall.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And honestly, it's not crazy to think that. Honestly, it makes that theory seem a lot more like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that there was dust out there.
It's easier to feel like there's a barrier there than it just goes on forever, but we can't see forever.
Yes. Easier to think Bubble Boy than
Infinite Space
Boy, which is also a film,
Yes. Infinite Space Boy, very different.
Very, very different. Now, Emily, for a long time, consensus was that the cosmic dust in the zodiacal cloud originated from comets, that it was just like trails left off from comets.
Yeah.
But in 2021, data collected from NASA's Juno space probe showed it largely originating from Mars, though it's unclear how it escaped the planet's gravity. We don't know.
It's just Martian dust in the
Martian
air?
dust. Yeah.
In the space?
I mean, it makes sense because we know Mars to be a dusty, dusty planet. There's lots of windstorms on Mars. Dust is kicked up all the time. But we just don't know how it got out of the planet,
Right. Does Mars have an atmosphere that holds stuff in, or just its gravitational force?
It does have an atmosphere of 95% carbon dioxide, so there is something there. We actually just found science news for everybody. We just found spots on the surface of Mars that look like they could only have been formed by bacteria.
Yes.
So may or may not be proof of life on Mars. So
man, lots of recent science news happening.
Lots of recent science news happening in this episode.
Because you said the Mars dust thing was only 2021.
2021. And wow. I think around the same time as when we determined who discovered the Gegenschein, too, is within the past 5 years.
Wow. This is a cutting edge word, Kyle.
I'm a cutting edge kind of guy.
Yeah.
Going back a little bit, a different hypothesis than Mars space dust is offered in sci-fi writer Walter M. Miller Jr.'s 1954 short story Death of a Spaceman, which is a great name for a short story.
Really good.
Right.
Is the story a play on Death of a Salesman?
I didn't read it. I don't think so.
Okay.
But that would be fun.
Still, good pun name.
In the story, the characters, who are two former space smugglers, are described as having in the past jettisoned their empty booze bottles through trash locks. And one muses that if they had stayed on the run, Earth would have a ring by now, like a Saturn, a ring of old granddad bottles. And the other says to him, who else knows the Gegenschein is broken glass?
Well, good. Two solid, equal theories.
Lastly, Emily, a 2013 issue of the art magazine Apollo uses Gegenschein figuratively to describe, you'll never believe this, the discovery of over 1,400 paintings thought to have been looted by the Nazis.
Oh, so just like a thing that you weren't expecting to uncover is a Gegenschein?
Well, yeah. So it's alluding to the hope that more lost works are out there, that there's like an opposite to something, right, waiting to be found. The author suggests the discovery testifies to the counterglow, the Gegenschein of loss, to the promise and possibility in what was thought to have vanished but has come to light. So there's loss, and then there's something on the other side of loss, which is finding it. Yeah.
Delightful. Beautiful. Yeah. And I'm glad we found those paintings. That's good.
Over 1,400, and it was like just in an apartment.
One apartment?
In one apartment, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess it must have been a big apartment now that I think of it. A lot of them weren't framed. They were unframed.
They were like rolled, I assume.
Yeah. Sure. All right, to close us off, Emily, Brian May, yes.
Of Queen?
Lead guitarist for the rock band Queen. Turns out before he got into rock bands...
Yeah, he was an astrophysicist or an astronomer, and then went back. Yeah. He like did more work on it later in his life.
Emily, not only did he do more work on it, but his doctoral thesis, published in 2007, was entitled...
2007. In 2007, that man was a famous rock star in the 70s onward. And then in 2007, published his doctoral thesis. Brian May is great.
He is great. He's awesome. Emily, his doctoral thesis was entitled A Survey of Radical Velocities in the Zodiacal Dust Cloud. It's all about the Gegenschein and zodiacal light.
Wow. So what was his thesis? Or is that getting beyond? Getting beyond.
I didn't read the whole thing.
That's true. Yeah. We're not as wise in the world of astrophysics as Brian May.
But in his thesis, he notes the nearly 200-year gap between the discoveries of the zodiacal light and the Gegenschein. And there's a lot of discourse, too, about, like, how do we not see the Gegenschein sooner? Like, we knew about zodiacal light. Right. And May calls it a reminder that even in such a careful and unbiased observer, the tendency is to see what one expects to see and not see what is not expected.
My brain is melting.
And so, Emily, I hope you can prove your hypothesis on today's unexpected discovery by using Gegenschein in a sentence.
I think I can. I think I just started thinking about it a minute ago. I want to try to use it in the figurative way that Hitler painting writer.
Yeah, you think they were all paintings of Hitler?
No, I think they were all paintings by Hitler.
By Hitler? Why did we lose these great paintings?
The astounding doctoral work of Brian May alludes to the Gegenschein of more intense intellectual work from rock stars.
Wow. Emily, spot on. I think you've got it. I think that's really good, and I agree. Truthfully. I cannot wait to see, I don't know.
Yeah, name one other rock star, Kyle.
It's like a modern rock star. Darren Criss? I don't know.
If we're really stretching the definition of rock.
Pink?
Pink is better.
Okay. Yeah, Pink.
Yeah. I can't wait to
Emily,
read her
before
thesis.
I put more foots in my mouth, Would you like to play a game?
I would.
Emily, today your game is called You Are My Gegenschein, my only Gegenschein.
No, do the whole song.
You make me happy. Emily, while yes, there is technically only one Gegenschein, there are other optical phenomena that bear the shine moniker. So for this game, I'm going to name an optical phenomenon ending in shine, and you'll have to choose the right definition, multiple choice style.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I do. It reveals how musical theater pilled you are, that the only modern musician.
You don't know Patti LuPone? She was in Evita.
I guess Darren Criss did Hedwig, which
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
All right, Emily, your first word is ring shine, Ringshine. Is ring shine A, the halo-like effect around a transparent object's perimeter caused by light passing through it? B, a visible glow on the night side of a planet such as Saturn caused by sunlight reflecting off of that planet's rings? Or C, visible concentric rings around a bright light source caused by light interacting with atmospheric conditions such as mist or high-altitude clouds?
Okay, so the third one, unless it's another word for that, I'm assuming the third one is corona, I think. Corona, that's like the light that's around the sun, right? I think.
I made up the answers for the non-answers, so it may not
Sure, it might not be a real
relate
thing.
to a
Sure,
real
sure,
thing.
Sure.
And if it does, it's by happenstance.
Coincidental. Sure. I mean, I was sort of drawn to the second one, the glow on the night side, because also the first one I couldn't really visualize. So I'm going to say B. I'm going to say it's the glow on the night side of a ringed planet.
Emily, you got it. Ring shine is exactly what it says. The glow off of Saturn and such. Yeah. Not everything has rings, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same idea as the zodiacal.
Because the rings are just dust, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, here's your next one. Sylvanshine. Sylvanshine. Is sylvanshine A, the subtle greenish aura that appears around objects in densely vegetated areas caused by the refraction of light through the leaves and moisture in the air? Is it B, the faint retro reflection of light off of dew-covered waxy leaves caused by beams of light, such as from vehicles' headlights? Or C, the dappled dancing glow of light on a forest floor caused by sunlight filtering through the canopy?
Shoot, I thought I was going to have an advantage because I knew what Sylvan meant, but these all are reasonable.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I think Sylvan means like elf-like or fairy-like or foresty. And maybe it just has that association because I look at a lot of fantasy media.
That's the one.
Wow. I mean, when you were reading off the first one, that sounded super reasonable to me. I mean, certainly the third one is the most magical because it doesn't really involve man-made light. But I guess the first one doesn't either. Because it was just the second one that you specifically said headlights, right?
Yes. Yep.
Boy, I guess I'll stick with my instinct and say the first one. Just the green aura.
Emily, you got it wrong. It was the headlights.
It was the headlights one.
Yeah, so early in the morning, there's like a certain time of day that when the dew is on the leaves and you shine a light at it, it's actually, again, just like Gegenschein, except instead of the sun being a light source, it's
artificial light.
It's artificial light.
And instead of space dust, it's like water vapor from the dew.
Yep, you got it. Sylvanshine, by the way, Emily, comes from Sylvanus, who is the Roman god of the woods. That's where we get that from. So you're right, there was a woods connection there.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
All right.
You got it. You got a third one, and we'll see if you get that one right.
Yeah.
This one, Emily, is Heiligenschein. Heiligenschein. Schein, so it's got the German ending there. Is Heiligenschein A, the bright spot around the shadow of the viewer's head caused by light reflecting off of dew on the shadow's surface? Is it B, the halo that appears around a person's head caused by the diffraction of light through fine particles in the air, such as pollen or dust? Or is it C, the luminous ring that forms around objects with angled, polished surfaces, such as jewelry, caused by the reflection of intense artificial light?
Wow. I'm immediately drawn to the last one because I don't know if I've ever noticed a halo around a person's head or a shadow of a person's head.
You don't know any religious figures, Emily? Personally?
I guess I've seen them in iconography.
Yeah.
But and then maybe like art imitates life. Does OG halo imagery come from a real thing that happened? Oh boy, you've thrown me off now, Kyle.
It's my game.
I'm going to stick with my instincts and I'll say the third one, but I feel like it's wrong.
Emily, it's wrong.
Yeah. Was it the second one?
A, the bright spot around the shadow of the viewer's head caused by light reflecting off of dew on the shadow surface. So again, it's very closely related to the Gegenschein, and this is a real thing. If you are looking at a shadow with the right light and with the dew on the shadow's surface, it appears brighter around the head of the person's shadow.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. That's wild.
You know what, Emily? Because you didn't expect it to happen, and so you're not looking for it.
It's true.
Thank you, Brian May.
Thank you, Brian May. And that's what I wake up and say every day, frankly.
Thank you, Brian May.
Brian May.
Emily, that's Gegenschein.
Wow, Kyle, this was a fascinating episode. Sometimes you get worried when the episode's too heady, so let me tell you right now, this was not too heady at all. This was fascinatingly heady.
I'm so glad.
I loved every minute of this, and this satisfied my galaxy obsessions in the early 2010s.
That's what I was looking for, you know?
Yeah, I love it. Everybody, remember, you can watch us on YouTube at Butter No Parsnips, and you can find Butter No Parsnips on other social media, on Facebook and Instagram at Butter No Parsnips Podcast, and on TikTok at Butter No Parsnips. And if you liked today's episode, consider giving us a 5-star rating or review wherever you heard us.
And if you really like today's episode, consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/butternoparsnips. Donating $5 or more gets you exclusive access to Buttered Parsnips, our After Hours podcast.
Thanks so much to all of you. You help us make what we make.
And with that, I've been Kyle Imperator.
And I've been Emily Moyers, and this has been Butter No Parsnips.
Butter No Parsnips is produced by Seth Glicksman, Emily Moyers, and myself, Kyle Imperator. The main and accompanying themes were composed by Kyle Imperator.